We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return is Peterson. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Check 50. Check. No.
This is Kenyon Drake, the 4th-year man from Alabama. He finds an opening past the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Murray going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And they're able to pick up the 1st and keep possession. They only needed a few inches. I mean, it worked. I'm just surprised they didn't just line up and go for it and try to pound it ahead for a yard.
I'm with you. The only thing that comes to mind is that they really valued the element of surprise. And doing it from a fake field goal spot, that lends to the surprise of the occasion, I would say.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Murray. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he hits Drake. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bridgewater. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and these creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it first and goal at the 6. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Let's make these babies.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 39 yards there, a big one. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Kill. SOS. Check. Check.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point try good by Gano, and it's now 13-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A gain of 10, 1st down Arizona. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great... Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A big play there from McCaffrey. 46 yards on the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now. And his throw here's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Bridgewater now. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Murray with a 3rd and long. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray and company going for it on 4th. And able to find Kirk, complete. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. Murray now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. It's complete to Drake. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and it's picked up by the Panthers. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 20. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals. Well, with them trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And, boy, he did it there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. It's complete to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. He may try and run for this. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign in Oklahoma. He's got the first down. Murray now on first down. He finds Hopkins complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Fitzgerald hauling it in for Murray, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. Here's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Bridgewater to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard. Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Michael Pilardi now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray now on 1st down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Murray now to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
it's a gain of 2. That's good for the Cardinals. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. We know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. But Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 10-yard line, here's second and goal.
You must be dreaming.
The handoff to the right side. It's Drake. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He can run for it, and he will. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Nifty move. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cards, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire